Hello and welcome to episode 29 of Garmin to smashing a PB at the London Marathon 2025 question mark. It's a blustery morning and there's a bit of rain in the air obviously and a bit of a wet one. As you can see, I'm going to be running a bit later and that for people to recognise me in the channel now. I either have my coat on or I have my running stuff on. And that. So, well, let's start off telling you, the newcomers what's going on. Well, I have a place in the London Marathon 2025 given to me by the fantastic charity SeeAbility. So please click on the link in the descriptions to the Justgiving page and donate what you can to them. Help this fantastic charity as they kind of. 2004 they gave me the chance to run the London Marathon for the first time and I fulfilled a childhood dream, so thank you very much for that. And then they give me a place again for 2025, so looking forward to running for them and representing them at the London Marathon. And I really want to smash my PB, so I have a Garmin 965 and I'm basically following what it tells me to a point, because people that regularly will see these episodes know that I do have to change it a bit due to it not getting to where I feel I need to be, especially with the long runs. It doesn't give me the long runs or when it does, they don't stick anyway, because another kind of exercise activity the day before kind of wipes that out. So what I did, I programmed in the time I want to beat with a little bit extra just to help out a bit, but I'm going for a sub 3:30 marathon. My PP is 4:42. So this is a very, very tough ask. And that last week I kind of tried running at race pace because I'm doing a lot of my training at heart rate. So I need to see what the paces are, and it was tough. I am not going to deny that. So and I actually didn't quite make it. For about 11k I got 5.10 seconds per kilometre, and I need to be at 5 kilometers per, or 5 minutes per kilometer. So that's what we're doing. And basically, because of that run yesterday, Garmin didn't like it, so it has given me a rest day today. But as you can see, I'm not going to do that. I will take a bit of a download week, as I took 75 kilometers last week. Huge for me. Never run that distance in a week before that's not an event. So we are taking a bit of a download week. It's half term as well, so I'll have my kids for 2 days plus working and that, but I need to make sure I'm where I'm at. So although the mileage will drop, the intensity won't. So that's what we're looking for this week. So the plan today is not a rest day, as you can see. I'll take a gentle jog home, and that I have a scheduled rest day tomorrow. Tuesdays are always a day off anyway, so I don't do any running. And my watch is training readiness is what, 40, or the training readiness is poor, but it should slightly go up better anyway. But my kind of, I can't, what's it called? The bit where it tells me how many hours, my recovery, sorry. My recovery is like 58 hours. Bearing in mind I've got a rest day tomorrow, then I wouldn't run until the afternoon normally. So we are looking at, that would be a normal rundown on time. So yes, I know the run today will kind of knock it out a little bit more. But come on, is marathon training, are we ever going to be at 0 hours fully recovered? So you mean that's not what I need? You mean, so I'm not resting today. Like I say, I'll take a gentle jog home. It'll be about 8 or 9k. Then it will rest tomorrow, and hopefully good sleep will help replenish it, get it back going. And that, you mean, the plan has given me base runs pretty much all week, apart from Saturday, which is some sprints. But it's telling me I have short and anaerobic, and that I need to mix and match my runs, but it's just giving me pace runs. So it's me that's changing the runs into tempos and things like that, like yesterday. But then I get punished for it. So, you know, we'll see. But you mean, I try to stick to the plan as best as possible, but the plan's got to work for me as well. It's an experiment, but I got to make sure I'm happy with the experiment, yeah? So I'll keep you posted after the run, I mean, as usual. But that's the plan, and that's where we're at the moment. So I'll catch you guys later. Good morning. So it's Tuesday, rest day on the running today, but a little recap on yesterday's run. Obviously Garmin gave me a rest day, but that wasn't going to happen. So I did 13k going home in the end. Took a longer loop, but a really easy pace. I mean, 6:06 per kilometre. I did an hour and 19 minutes 41 seconds, I think it was, with an average BPM of 142. So I was really happy with that. I mean, if I'm so fatigued, you'd think that my BPM would be higher. So it was nice to have that all controlled and a nice gentle run home, and didn't feel tired at all. It was nice. So really happy with that. What I did is, on the Thursday of this week, it had me doing a 1 hour 15 minute run. So I just said I would do that run, basically. And so I did that. And then so it kind of registers in my marathon training that I've done this run or whatever, and I moved it along like that. But the interesting thing now with this running is, like I said in yesterday's video, there was like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday was all base runs with some sprints on Friday. Now I was expecting, more rest days to come, and what are you doing? But it's now given me sprints tomorrow. It's given me a run on Thursday, the same run again, 115 minutes, and then 1 hour 15 minutes. Sorry. Then it's got me on threshold in there as well on the Friday. Then a recovery on Sunday. And recovery on Saturday, and then an hour and a half run on Sunday, which is an hour and a half long run, but that's not long enough. But so I don't know what to do now, because I think it has kind of shaken it up a little bit or whatever. So but I'm off work tomorrow, and I was planning to do a half marathon at quite pace. Quite a tempo. But now it's got these sprints, which is, I don't want to lose a valuable day off, in the sense of I can do a lot more. So I'm going to spend the next day literally wondering what to do. And how to go about this, because like I said, I don't want to go off the plan, but I need to make sure that it all works properly for me. So we'll see how it goes, and I'll keep you guys posted. So Garmin has struck again. It's Wednesday. I don't normally have the day off work today, but because it's half term with the kids and all that lot, and obviously some people at work are holiday and things like that, so we've had to shift around the shifts a bit. So today's my day off. My watch said I slept for 9 hours and 27 minutes or something, because I told my kids last night we'll go to bed and wake up whenever. It's fine. It's not a problem. Here's me thinking it's going to be huge. Yeah, great. So my watch says I slept 9 hours and something, but apparently it was interrupted. So it was poor. So that has delayed my training readiness and all that lot. And it's just, yeah, ridiculous. And that, so, you mean, before it, yeah, because obviously my workout's changed today again. And I know I had plans, and I know then because it wanted me to do sprints today. But before it changed yesterday, it wanted me to do base run before. So it is changed 3 times now, every day basically. And so now it wanted me to do a 38-minute base run today, an hour and 15. So tomorrow it hasn't really changed, an hour and 13 minutes, but that will change a bit because I've got the kids. And then it's got, instead of doing a threshold later at the weekend, it's got me to do this sprint session now. So it's forever changing. And that, so I was kind of umming and ahhing. I mean, even last night I wasn't sure what to do about whether, before it changed again, should I do this sprint session and then, and that, or should I do like a half marathon and try and kick in some pace in it or whatever, because that's what I'm needing to do. That in my head, I need to get pace and things like that. So my decision today, actually, I'm just getting ready now. I'm going to meet the local running group in my area. They are meeting up at 7 o'clock this evening. So we will do 10-minute warm-up, then intervals. And those intervals are different though, because it's going to be 8 minutes, then 1 minute off, then 7 minutes, 1 minute off, then 6, then 1 minute off, all the way down to 1 minute and 1 minute. And that. So that is going to be a tough session, but I think that is going to be hugely beneficial. And I'm not sure what pace I should be running at, and I'll speak to the more experienced marathon runners when I get down there, because I know that they've done pretty much the time I'm looking for, so they can help me on this. So that is the plan. So I will do that. Yeah, so literally I'm going to go off soon and meet these and do this run. It's just frustrating with this Garmin. And Garmin's not going to get me to this thing unless I adapt it, and that's what I'm doing. And I know I'd take a bit of a download week or whatever, but I think my long run now that I was going to do like a half marathon today was one of my ideas. I think that will now swap over to the weekend. So as much as I won't do 75 kilometers this week, it will be a bit less, but the intensity needs to be there. So we will look into that and then just see how it goes. But that's, my body battery was 98 when I woke up. It can't get much higher. And it tells me poor sleep and all this lot. So I just really frustrated with that. It's like I'm maintaining my fitness instead of being productive, because Garmin's not pushing me to be productive. It's just trying to make me rest. So I'm really kind of frustrated on that. So, but I have a plan, and that is the plan for today. Tomorrow's another day. I'm not sure yet what will happen, but we'll get to that. I will keep you updated, and I'll let you know how today goes as well. But just thought I'd get that one out, and I'll catch you guys a bit later. Good morning. It's Thursday. So yesterday I did the running intervals with Loddefjord Løperne, which is basically Loddefjord running group. It was great session. I'd never done it before, obviously, and that. So we did like a warm up, and that. I guess I did about 2k in the warm up, and then we hit 8 minutes. Then 1 minute break, 7 minute, 1 minute break, 6 minute, 1 minute break, 5 minute, 1 minute break, 4 minute, 1 minute break, 2 minutes, 1 minute break, 1 minute, kind of then just little pulls, and then a kind of recovery run. cool down. Oh my word. Yeah, so the stats altogether, you mean on the whole period of it, was 11.92 kilometers or something. You mean I didn't look at the end of it to see, you mean I could have run an extra 8 meters or whatever. But no, you mean, so that was good. It was like an hour and 10 minutes or hour and 8 minutes altogether. Average heart rate was 158, I think it was, and a pace of 5 minutes 45 or something like that for the average for the whole event. But you mean, the interesting bits is going into the statistics of the intervals and that, so that's what we'll quickly dive into now, because you mean the run was great and the whole shebang was great, but ideally that, you mean, the intervals is where it counts, yeah? So let's dive into that. So my slowest interval was 4 minutes 42 per kilometer pace, and my quickest was 4 minutes per kilometer pace. I'm not gonna lie, you mean the 4 minute one was 1 minute. I kind of, as I finished the second, or the 2 minute one, to do the 1 minute, I kind of said, let's leave everything on the track. Okay, basically what I did, just hammered it as best as I could, leaving everything out. I was empty. You mean, my 3 minute was my slowest time, 4:42. So you mean, it wasn't a flat stretch, you know what I mean? So maybe that has some element to it. It slowed me down a bit. I was certainly feeling it. It's always that thing, can you maintain it, can you maintain it? You mean, I was lucky that when you run with a group, you can chase. And that's kind of what I did, or chase or keep pace or whatever, you mean, and that's what I did. There's a lot of experience and much better runners than me in this group, and I was kind of chasing down some, or just trying to hold pace with some, you mean, and that, you know, not let them get any further. Yeah, there might be 20 meters in front of me, but I don't make that gap grow. So I was really pleased with that. I do a lot of running on my own anyway, you guys know that, so I was quite comfortable being on my own with no one around me, but having someone to chase was good. You mean, as a first couple of runs I did, I had someone kind of on my heels, so that kept me going. You know what I mean? I didn't want to get overtaken, yeah? So it was all that element of competitiveness in there. But you mean, I'm really pleased with the result. You mean, obviously all the results are going to be on the side. You mean, so averaging about, you know, the average was 4 minutes 35 seconds. So really happy with that. It's above my lactate threshold. You mean, my BPM is screaming at me. I mean, my maximum BPM is apparently 181, but Garmin registers 182, so technically I should be dead on the floor out there. But no, it was a good solid run. Obviously it's kicked in bad stuff now, you mean, poor sleep and extra long recovery, so we obviously just have to slow it down today. I'll do a recovery run. It's got me on a rest day, but it's got me on a recovery run tomorrow, so I'll do a recovery run today, little light one, and then also do some weights when I get home for strength and conditioning. Good morning. It's Thursday, no, Friday, yeah. Yeah, Friday morning. So just a recovery run yesterday on the treadmill. You mean, Garmin didn't want me to do anything really because of the, you know, that intense interval session on the Wednesday, which was thoroughly enjoyable. Maybe not at the time, but yeah, now I'm thinking about it more. I really enjoyed that, and I look to incorporate some of that into my training as we go along. And but yeah, yesterday was just a recovery run. Like I say, Garmin didn't want me to do anything. My training readiness was 1, but I just did 27 minutes. Because today was supposed to be a recovery run, so I jumped onto that one yesterday. and that really slow, 125 beats per minute I think it was, 7 minutes 20 something per kilometer, sorry. 3.69 kilometers, mate. You know what I mean? It's nothing. It was just a gentle kind of shake out, body moving, you know what I mean? I did do kind of weights afterwards for 20 minutes, 25, 30 minutes, just kind of focusing on, you know, legs, you know, so lunges and dumbbell squats and calf raises. Did some back resistant band work and that, so some crab walks, some high knee drives, just those kind of, I mean, kind of plankish kind of stuff, kind of deadlifts as such, you know what I mean? It's just for strength and conditioning, really, you know what I mean? I'm not the greatest at it, but I need to do more, and I'm slowly going to try and get into doing it more, and even incorporating some stuff daily. I mean, even with a resistant band, you can do that daily. Better conditioning, a better runner, yeah? So, what is the plan today? Well, Garmin again has got me on a rest day. I'm not surprised. He's got me on, now at the moment, currently 13 readiness of training readiness 13, which is very poor, but it's gone up 2 since I woke up a couple of hours ago, and I had to take my kids back to their mum, and now I'm off to work. As you can see, I'm running home, but it will be a gentle jog. I haven't decided on the distance yet, because I've got a few ways I can do it, but I'm obviously planning to run home. And with that, it's all to do with the weekly, in distance. I got some fun bits planned for the weekend. My work is doing, my manager actually does work at a gym as well, so she's getting a group of, or basically all the people at work, to do a session on Sunday. We'll incorporate everything, from what I've been told, because I did ask her, because I need to know it will fit my running schedule. I'm not kind of hamper anything. I mean, there's many sports I can't do at the moment, because I don't want those sudden turns or anything like that. So, not that I play lots of different sports, but a lot of friends are doing different things, so, but I can't really do that now. So, she said it was all kind of this, that and the other, so I'm going to join that, and with the plan of also running home after, so we'll see. On a distance there, that's all debatable at the moment, but it all depends on how much distance I get through the rest of this week. It's Friday today, Saturday tomorrow, obviously I will do a run home tomorrow, so this is where I can get it, as long as my body's feeling good. And I'm not going to lie, that Wednesday interval session really took it out of me. A few little niggles and that, so just keeping an eye on that. And like I say, today will just be a very gentle run home. So yeah, Garmin says nothing, but that's not going to happen. We'll see how it all incorporates. Next week, from Monday, is supposed to be that really big building phase, peak phase. So we'll see how it goes. I have checked through, and next Thursday it's got me on a 2 hour 49 run, which is, yeah, I've never seen that on Garmin. So we'll see, because the way this plan's been, it won't stick and that. So I have to incorporate things myself and adapt it myself to how it should be. I'm not going crazy off of it. But I just need runs to kind of actually stick and do it, instead of waking up and it changing every morning. It's changed every morning this week, so we'll see what happens. But you're updated, so I'll catch you later. Good morning, it's Saturday. Little blustery up here, so yeah, hopefully the sound is, I think I'm trying to cover the mic as best as I can. I just do all of this on a mobile phone. And so yeah, little recap on yesterday, and I ran home from work, Felt great, you know what I mean. I did 1 hour 21 minutes, covered 13.2 kilometers. So I took the extended loop home, with the basis of actually going home instead of going out and that. So average pace was 6:09 per kilometer, and 144 beats per minute. So I was really happy with the beats per minute for sure. And you mean, and to be honest, the time, you mean, the pace was fine. You mean, these runs aren't supposed to be marathon pace or anything pace. You know what I mean? It's just a gentle jog, getting miles in my legs. You know what I mean? So obviously my watch doesn't want me to do this at the moment because it keeps giving me rest days. Yesterday, another rest day. I was kind of getting up with that. Before I started the run, it was 24 training readiness. So it was about to go into the next bit, like, because it's training readiness is done in 4 different colours, and I'm still in the red. So I knocked it down to 13. Now it got, yeah, you guessed it, delayed by poor sleep anyway. Last night, shorter than ideal or whatever, which is just ridiculous. And you know what I mean? It's like, doesn't matter how hard I try, and I can go to bed 10.5 hours before and it still comes up not great. Yeah, I mean, we did that the other day. So it's delayed everything again because of poor sleep. Give me another rest day. As you can see, I'm not dressed for a rest day. I've got a set mileage I need to get to. Garmin doesn't have a set mileage, I do. So I need to keep an eye on that, obviously. Got a bit of an interesting day tomorrow, so I'm not sure about the mileage at all tomorrow. But I haven't technically done a long run. I mean, 13 I think is my longest. But my work group is going to be basically my manager. Or yeah, my manager is she works at a gym as well, and does some kind of spin classes or whatever. So she's kind of organised a thing for us, like the work group, to kind of go, and it's all a little bit different. It's like almost like a cross-trained slash thing. I don't know the ins and outs of it yet, but obviously I've asked to know something about it, because I don't want anything that's going to hamper my training, and that will possibly get me injured. And I mean, there's a lot of sports really I can't play. Not that I play a lot of sports, but I mean, I can't do a lot at the moment because I don't want sudden jerks in that. So so that's going to be that. So that's interesting. And the idea is possibly run home from there to get a long run in. But I'll check my mileage. I mean, I was looking at a bit of a download this week because I did 75 last week. But I was hoping to put marathon pace in a long run. But that interval session I did on Wednesday, to be honest, that's what's really hampered my kind of training, because I went all in and it was great. And yes, people will say, yeah, but you keep on running when watch says stop. I feel good. I feel comfortable. I feel happy. You know what I mean? It's just an algorithm that's got some time stuck and all that lot. So I am going to run home, but I mean, I have spoken about this tomorrow, and then to see how it's going to affect my running. Like I said, the plan is to run home, but we can adjust that. The distances can always be adjusted, but across, a little element of cross training with some core, stuff and mobility and stabilization. That's all fantastic, and then there might be something I can learn from this tomorrow to put into my own routines. And then I just want to learn, yeah? This whole process is about learning. That's pretty, to be honest, that's why I'm kind of documenting everything. So, yeah. Haven't decided on the distance today, but I don't think it'll be the 13, but we'll see. Later on, I normally get a bit like, come on, you can do it. So we'll see. I'm not exactly sure yet. So I'll keep you posted as usual. If not here, but on Instagram, you know what I mean. That's Neil_dad that runs. You mean, check out what's going on over there. And that, great time to turn around and say, come on, click like and subscribe to this video, please. And comment. Let me know if you think I am running too much, if I should listen to my Garmin. Or are you following any Garmin plans? You mean, let me know in the comments. But I'll catch you guys all a bit later, yeah? Cheers. Good morning, it's Sunday. I'm actually at Mover in Felixdalen with my work colleagues. They're upstairs waiting. We're going to do a 90-minute session organised by my manager, as I mentioned in another video. Not exactly sure what we're doing yet, but I mean, that's what I'm doing today, so that's why I'm here. But and then I'll run home afterwards. Hopefully, probably about 20k, and it might not be such a download run as I planned last week. So just a recap on yesterday's run. I did 13 kilometers, just a gentle jog home from work to the convenient place, as you know. 1 hour 17 minutes 29 seconds of an average heart rate of 141. I think it was 556 per kilometer, so really pleased with that. It just felt so comfortable and relaxed, knowing that Garmin is kind of wanting me to rest. I thought it might be a little bit higher or struggled or stressed or whatever, but it was such a nice relaxed gentle run. So obviously Garmin's put me on a rest day today, but the plan is to do the session and then we're running home anyway, so that's not a problem. Monday is the peak training phase now. It's got me on a threshold tomorrow. We'll see how that sticks. If it doesn't stick, I've got a rest day on Tuesday, so I will actually program in the activity, and then I'll do that on Monday anyway. I think we'll end off this with an activity on Monday as a threshold, and then we'll have the rest day on the Tuesday. But that's you guys up to date, and I will keep you posted on after the run home, basically. Hello there. So yeah, what a day, and I mean, a fantastic kind of workout. I mean, with the work colleagues and my manager set up this session. You mean, she does these spin classes or whatever at this gym, and yeah, so there was a group of us getting involved today. It wasn't spinning. We used a step. There was a lot of aerobic, a lot of core, a lot of like conditioning, stretching. I mean, a bit of everything really. Some some weights. I mean, dumbbell workouts and that. I mean, whew, it got me sweaty. I'm not going to deny that. I mean, it's like I sweat a lot anyway, but it was. I mean, it was great. It was like an hour and a half, and I did put it on my Garmin. I can put it up with the details here, but I did kind of forget to turn the watch on again. I was just more interested to see what it's like trying to record something like this on the Garmin. I put it down as a hilt or a hit kind of session because I didn't know really what we were going to do. It was all a bit of a surprise kind of thing. So I thought hits kind of thing with like in the whole body session really, so that fitted that, I guess. But yeah, then after that we all sat down and we probably sat down for about nearly 2 hours just chatting and having a nice kind of relax time. My body battery went up, luckily. And that, and everyone's coming laughing like, are you really going to run home now? And I was like, yeah. And that, I was just trying to dry out my running top that I was wearing at the gym bit, because next time we do this, I'm going to take a second shirt because it was soaking wet. So I was worried about getting cold and on the run. So, but anyway, it dried out well enough. It's still a bit damp or whatever, but it's raining outside anyway, so it it was going to be a wet run anyway, but you don't want to start off getting cold straight away. So so I set off, and that, when we were leaving, and that, I guess the idea was to do a half marathon, and all that lot. So it doesn't, if I'm doing a half marathon, it doesn't really give me that download week, because it actually gets me up to there or thereabouts the same as last week. I'll go into those details later. So basically, yeah, I've done a half marathon now, 21. Well, it did 21.5k. So yeah, 21 and a half. So a little bit more than a half marathon. 2 hours and 8 minutes. It was never about speed or anything today. The pace was 5:58. So I say it's not all about speed, but I was quite impressed with that. But my early stats were very good. I don't know what that was about really on that, but I know that I didn't keep my heart rate down as it should have done. It wasn't like yesterday's run. So today was 147 beats per minute average. But it's a longer run, and I've done this big workout beforehand, so I'm not I'm not surprised my heart rate was going to be a little bit higher. I can feel my legs now, I tell you. It's certainly been a workout day, so it's been good. But just going to kind of continue to get back home now. I didn't want to stop around waiting for a bus, because then I was going to get cold. So that's why I decided to just do a little bit more and then just walk the last bit. So that's basically what I'm doing. So I'm just on my last bit of walk home now. So I'll freshen up and get myself together, and then I'll do the closing for the week. So yeah, I'll catch you guys later. So yeah, all refreshed after 2 big sessions today, really. Absolutely over the moon with that, though. I learned a lot from the workout session with the work colleagues and that. A lot of stuff I can put into my own routines and things like that. And also the run home, doing a half a marathon again today after that. So, like I say, 2 huge sessions on that. So, where does it bring me up for the week? As much as I said it would be a download week, it wasn't. I actually done a little bit more than last week. So 76.42. It's kind of like 1 kilometer more than last week. But with Garmin messing about a little bit, it's, the plan's kind of gone into my routine and that, and how I've chosen to do the running and that, knowing that I can't take all the rest days that Garmin wants me to. We are now kind of 3rd of March. Tomorrow is a new phase. It's the peak phase. If it keeps messing me up and that, then I ain't, I will continue to do my own thing, and I've already got plans ahead on how I can do that anyway. On my variation of thoughts and what a peak training part is. Again, we ramp it up. So if we're doing 75, 76 kilometers a week now, we ramp that up. So it will go up, whether Garmin likes it or not. And that, but an interesting fact, like I said before, like with all of this training, it is kind of new to me in this sense that I've never done this mileage really on any of my training phases. And that, but since January the 1st, we are in March the 2nd, so literally like 2 months and 2 days, I have covered 545.2 kilometers. That is huge. Over the moon with that. Normally I hit that in, I don't normally hit that, even in my peak training thing. My marathons, I remember I was doing 50 kilometers a week in my peak and that. So yeah, I am smashing that. So that's surely going to help with my PB time anyway. So and that. So basically, I mean, we'll wrap that up. A great week, although Garmin hasn't got me to what I needed to do. But I've learned a hell of a lot this week. Fantastic interval session. And that, you mean, a great workout today. You mean, I learned some new routines I can do for strength and conditioning at home and things like that. So a very educational week, really, in this journey. And that, although Garmin hasn't given me quite what you mean it needs, we'll see how the plan changes. There is prospects for it next week. But it all depends on if my sleep's bad, will it cut it out or whatever, and don't, you know what I mean? So we'll see. Apparently it was supposed to be a threshold tomorrow. I haven't looked since I've come back from the half marathon today. But I will probably do that threshold anyway tomorrow. I have a rest day on Tuesday. So, but that's all in the next video. So if you can, please click in the link below to help this fantastic charity that give me the place in London Marathon, SeeAbility. Big thanks to them as always. And please, click like and subscribe, and that, and even hit the bell so you find out when my next video is coming out. Normally on a Sunday evening. So yeah, but let's help kind of grow the channel. Hope you have a great week, and I'll catch you guys later.